everyone, and welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm Brittany Carmichael, the founder of Shine School and the Shine from the Inside Oracle, and I empower women to break free of the fear that stops them from shining their light. I'm so grateful to join you guys this week because Monday was a total emotional breakdown day for me. I haven't had one of those in a very long time. I think after Mother's Day and spending time with my family, you know, we recently lost my dad. Like, there's just like a lot of emotions coming up. Abandonment came up for me, like, whoa. So instead of recording season 2 of the Elevated Life podcast on Monday, Chris sat in a closet while I cried in the dark for hours, and it was so healing and so cathartic. And then yesterday we had a new moon in Taurus, which is all about grounding your energy. And if we're gonna really create a new solid foundation, if we're gonna be the light workers that make the change and make a difference in this planet, then it starts with us as an individual before we can affect the collective. And that means that we have to purge all the things that hold us from peace. That's anger, that's trauma, that's whether it's created now or from the past or from the past. It's so important for us to clear what's coming up. And for me, it was a really cool experience to see myself in this, like, I don't want to live anymore. I don't even know what my purpose is. I hate everything. Also PMS, starting my moon time today. So, you know, there's that. But after 2 hours, after crying, after releasing, after letting it out and not trying to overthink it or hold it in or shove it down, it was released, it was purged, it was freed. And I immediately was like, ooh, I feel so much better. Let's get to work. And I had so much clarity. I mean, it was crazy what can happen instead of lingering in the suffering. Just release it, let it go, and then move forward. And that's what happened for me. So I'm really excited to join you guys today because I feel like my energy is back from that. Oh, it was crazy. And I asked in the Shine Tribe group, am I the only one, or is it like my PMS, or are you guys going through this too? And I wanna ask you, are you going through some crazy up-leveling, shifting, changing, purging, releasing emotions? Like, yesterday was a new moon in Taurus, but it felt like a full moon because of all the purging. But in order to call in the new, we have to create space. So if there's things that you've been desiring and asking for that are bigger than what you have space in your current reality to hold, it's gonna cause that shedding, when, especially in areas where you don't even think that things are gonna be released or removed from your life. I'm gonna take a moment to tune in and see who's here live. Say hello if you are watching live. Let me know where you're watching from, and is this your first time? All right, Ashley says, don't usually get to see these lives. Hopefully this is a message I really need. Well, if you don't usually get to see them and you're here for a reason, so stick around and I will pull some cards and we can get this party starting. You look amazing, you're positively glowing. Thank you so much. It's the space buns, right? Okay, yes, it is overwhelming right now. I need to purge out some shit. Yep, you're one cool ass chick. Thank you, sister, appreciate that. Okay, cool, we're here. Hello, Sam, so excited to see you. Sister Ellen's here, it's party. All right, I'm gonna grab my cards, Shine from the Inside Oracle. How many of you have this deck in your possession now and you use it for your daily self-care rituals? I want to know. Let me know in the comments by, I don't know, I want to see like a crystal ball or something purple. Show me something purple in the comments. Let me know that you have the deck. And if you don't, did you know that you can go to shinefromtheinsideoracle.com and do a digital card pull with the meanings from the guidebook? All right, ooh, look, I grabbed my purple deck. I didn't even know. I must be in a purple mood today. My crown chakra is wide open, y'all. Okay, let me just catch up with the comments from Newfoundland. Wow, spent an hour today crying, must have needed it. Emotions are so wacky. I feel better now. Watching from Iverness, Scotland. Oh my gosh, gorgeous darling. So good to see you guys. Natalie has the deck with her purple heart. Yes, I use them and I love them. It's so cool to see you guys post your pictures online and show me your spreads and show me how you're using the cards in your daily life. It really is such a blessing and a gift to be able to see the sparkle magic out into the world, making magic. So I'm gonna shuffle with the intention that we all receive the message that we need most right now at this time, to help us let go of whatever is lingering, to help us have patience in the transition, which seems fitting for what's happening right now. And then what do we need to know moving forward? So that's kind of my vibe for this week. Like, what's stuck and how can we move forward. That way we don't linger in the in-between too long, and we give ourselves permission to just have courage to try the new way of thinking, acting, or being. On for size. Hey Carrie, happy woo woo. Whoop. Okay, first card just fell out. Let me grab that. All right, boom. Let me see. Charlildom. Oh, that's what? I'm so confused. Okay, let me see. Thank you. Yeah. So good to see you guys. All right, let's see. We're gonna pull 2 more cards for this week. Let's see what comes up. Let me know if you guys are ready for this message by saying I'm ready. Take a moment to tune in, to slow down your breathing, to get present, to eliminate any distractions that you need or that are causing you from connecting with your soul. Whenever I read these cards, I want you to pay attention to your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and the gentle nudges that come up for you and how this relates to you in your life. All right, ooh, 2 more. Okay, I love it. Perfect, we've got all 3. Let me know you're ready. So ready. I'm ready. Okay, let's do it. First card that came up is change one thing today, start small. So this is saying, I know that we want to change the world, but we can't reform everything at once. It will feel like, I mean, think about what happened last year in the shutdown. Everything had to get changed the way, I mean, branding, marketing, putting stickers on the ground that say 6 feet, like so many things changed, and it was a lot all at once. It felt like our root chakra was like, you know, like kind of crumbled, and then we had to rebuild it. And that's kind of like reminding you that you can make radical changes in your life, and you don't have to transform and up level and upheave everything in your life. For me personally, I like to do it 1 drawer at a time. So when I'm, you know, when you're thinking about purging and getting rid of stuff, like when you think about purging your entire house, it's like, oh gosh, that's so much. It's gonna take forever. But if you just approach it with a mindset, I'm gonna do this 1 drawer at a time, and it builds those small wins so you can check it off and be like, accomplished, I did it. And that creates that momentum and the confidence, honestly, in yourself that you can do it. And then it starts to feel good. It's like when I first lost my first pound on my journey of losing 75 pounds, I was like, oh my goddess, like I did it, 1 pound, oh my God. Rather than thinking I'm trying to lose 75, I'm never gonna get there. That didn't work for me. I had to celebrate every single pound, every single half pound. Now I don't have a scale. One of my first blogs that I wrote was the reason why you should ditch your scale. And unless you're, you know, unless you're in a fitness competition and you need to know your weight, or like a freaking wrestler or something. But other than that, that number does not determine your value. And you know if you're doing the right things, you know if you're putting the right food in your mouth. So whatever that changes in your life, whether it be a health goal, whether that be a financial goal, whether that be just one small thing like I'm gonna start recycling, or I'm gonna start using reusable bags, or bring a water bottle rather than, or like a reusable water bottle, hey, like this one, rather than, you know, using a million plastic water bottles. Like there's so many little things that you can do that will impact the planet and your environment and all the things, your joy levels, your finances. It doesn't have to be a big change to make a big difference. All right. What are you guys changing? I wanna know, what are you changing in your life right now? Let me know, what's that one small thing gonna be? Leave it in the comments and I will check it out. Mom and daughter are watching. Hello, baby wolf. Oh my God, that's so cute. I love it. Okay, yeah, what's the one small thing that you're going to change? For me, when I went on my wellness journey to living a holistic plant-based lifestyle, it didn't start with like some crazy regimen. It started with one thing. And this one thing changed everything. It's how I lost 75 pounds. It's what got the ball rolling. And you wanna know what it is? All I did was I stopped drinking soda. That was it. I had to assess my life and ask, what is the biggest addiction? What is the biggest thing that is the hardest for me to let go of, that I don't want to let go of, that will make the biggest difference in my health? And for me, that was drinking diet sodas. And I eliminated that one tiny habit. I didn't think about, I'm not gonna eat meat anymore, I'm not gonna eat cheese anymore, I'm not gonna, you know, I didn't think anything about that. All I thought was like, what's the one change that I can do that's gonna make a big difference in my life? And that's different for everyone. So you have to be honest with yourself and ask, like, what is that one thing? Maybe it's like the 8 cups of coffee you're drinking. Let's like maybe cut it in half. Let's just start there. Maybe that's the goal. Maybe it's you don't even eliminate it fully, but you get, you know, you reduce it by half. And once you get there and you feel confident, and you're like, dang, I feel pretty good. I can create my own energy. Then you go from there and reassess. Baby steps might take longer for things to happen, but at least then it's not too much of a leap to send our minds into overdrive. 100% what I am saying here. Mind maps help. Every 1% every day is 365% progress a year. Yes, I don't do math, but I trust you on that one, Carrie. Okay, next one is, how crazy is that? I've never done space buns on Woo Woo Wednesday in 5 years that I can think of. Today I was called to make some space buns, and here it is. This was the first piece of artwork that I found from our artist Jenna Kane, that when I saw this, I knew she had to be the artist for the Shine from the Inside Oracle. Bam, there it is. Release self-doubt, let go of fear. This is one of my favorite cards as a reminder that you're changing. And as you're changing, things are gonna feel weird and uncomfortable because they're new. This is saying, let go of that fear, let go of that doubt. You've already had the desire, you've already had the dream, you planted the seed, and now it's starting to form. And this is where people that self-sabotage get into their pickle, is because they ask for more, they know that it's possible for more, and then when all the things start to leave their life, they lose confidence. They're like, oh no, maybe I'm not good at manifesting. Oh no, what did I do? Did I do this? But yes, you did do this to create space for you to call in the new thing. So you have to maintain that confidence during that transition period so that you can welcome the new. And this is saying, if you're changing one small thing, that is going to create a ripple effect in your life. And when you create that ripple effect of change, like everything starts to get affected by that. And so it's important to have that cool, calm, collected, like, I trust this process and I believe in myself. I may not know what's happening, but I know enough that I can handle this. In the midst of my emotional breakdown on Monday, there was some deeper level of guidance that was continually saying to me on the inside, but you know everything's okay. But you know it's all working out. But you know you're okay. And so I want to remind you that if you're going through this shitstorm right now, I get it, but you are going to be okay. All right, my favorite card. This comes up for me 3 times a week. Leanne, that's not something to celebrate, honey. The celebration card is something to celebrate. This is a reminder that you are in control of your thoughts, whether you realize it or not. It's your brain. And you just have to know how to program it. And when you're constantly tuning into the doubts and worries and fears and overthinking, you create this habit and this routine that your brain is like, okay, this is what we want to do. This is how you want to use me. It's going to be important for you to slow down through breath work and meditation and yoga to really get a grip and focus and discipline on witnessing your thoughts. And once you become a good witness to it, that's when you can start to change, shift, control, and manipulate how you respond to the situation, rather than letting everything on the outside affect you and like throw you into a tailspin whenever something goes wrong. I'm working on it. I know, Leanne, because I know you are a girlfriend, but just wanted to point that out. This is a card that we want to eliminate, like the self-doubt and the fear. All right, last card, remove the limiting labels you're wearing. Y'all, this is all about your self-worth this week. Good grief. This is saying stop using crappy labels to define yourself. This is one of my favorite exercises we do at the Goddess Retreat. When we get to the solar plexus chakra workshop, we label ourselves with negative labels. All the things that make you feel bad about yourself, that you are constantly saying to yourself, whether you've given them to yourself or you've accepted them from someone else. If they make you feel bad, we write it down and put it on our chest. And then, you know, we walk through the process of how do we disintegrate from this? And one of the things we do is rip it off the chest. We tear it up into pieces and we give ourselves a new label. If you're gonna give yourself labels, at least give yourself a good label, okay? Like a good label. So I want you to think about what's that one negative phrase or word that you tell yourself on a constant basis that is based in self-doubt or fear or that kind of feeling. What's that one thing? You don't have to share it in the comments, but I want you to identify it and say, okay, I know what it is. Let me know, like give me some hearts. Let me know you guys are paying attention and following along. Actually doing that label exercise, so fucking powerful. Oh my God, Meg's been to all 3 retreats doing the label exercise. I started with it at my very first retreat, and I asked myself when I was creating the curriculum for the next one, what was the most effective? What made the biggest difference? And that exercise continues to be something that I choose to do with the goddesses. So, oh my gosh, everyone is so important and can bring so much to the table. Believe and attract what you deserve. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. I need to learn to love my body. You know, you have birthed beautiful children, so you can't treat your body the way that, or expect it to be what it was before the babies. I see that happen a lot with moms. And so we have to update our self-image. We have to reassess the way that we picture ourselves in our mind. So I want you guys to all think about this. Okay, we've identified that negative label. Now we're gonna shift. You guys, we're going deep today. I want you to really think about when you look at you in your mind, when you create a self-image, like you visualize, like close your eyes down and imagine there's a mirror in front of you, and boom, put your self-image on that mirror. What does she look like? What does it look like? How do you stand? How do you look? What are you wearing? What does your body image look like? How do you sound? Who are you surrounded by? What's the environment you're in? The image that you hold about yourself is the most important aspect of your self-worth and your confidence. And if your self-image is outdated. One time I was coaching a 21-year-old client, one of the youngest clients I've ever worked with, and besides the goddesses that come to those gatherings that are just so cute, they come with their moms, but in my one-on-one coaching, the youngest girl I ever worked with, I asked her, what's the deal with your confidence? Let's talk about it. Where'd you leave your confidence? And she's like, I said, show me your mental image. Tell me what she looks like. And she was like, oh, it's me from 7th grade. Cool, you're never gonna be like your 7th grade self again. So we're gonna have to update that. Otherwise, there's always a disconnect from how you feel about yourself because of the mental image that you're making and how you show up and present yourself in the world. So I want you to imagine there's that mirror in front of you and you're looking at her and you're seeing her and you're like, whoa girl, if there's anything you don't like about that self-image that you've automatically, naturally created, change it now in your mind. Change it in your mind, and things will begin to change in your physical reality. So if you don't like the way that you're standing and you're kind of like slouched over and you're like, oh gosh, she just looks so not confident, stand up, put your chest up, like look confident in that self-image. If you don't like your hair and you wanna grow it 10 inches, 1, come to my salon. 2, literally stop putting heat on it. Okay, use good products. But seriously, make it longer in the vision. Whatever it is for you. When I envisioned my best, highest, most authentic self, that version of me that had super short, like shaved black hair and piercings all over her face, when I was looking back in my physical mirror reflection in that present moment, and I was making that mental image of the space bun rainbow hippie queen, they were 2 different images. And I look back in the physical reality and I was like, well, what do I need to do? And I didn't have a game plan. I eventually did, and that's what I turned into Shine School, so I can help you guys to go through that self-discovery process. But what I can tell you is that it started with the phrases and the negative stories that I was telling myself. I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm not good enough, nobody will ever love me, people think I'm weird. Whatever that negative story was exactly what I was attracting to myself. So I tell you this to remind you that no matter where you're at in your self-love, your self-confidence, and your self-worth, you can change it, and you can change it by shifting the story in your mind. If you need help with that and you're like, I don't practice visualization, that's hard, I can't even see myself, then I invite you to join my free Confidence Masterclass, where I walk you through the step-by-step process of rewriting the negative stories that you tell yourself in your head and guide you through a meditation to do that mirror work on a deeper subconscious level so you can create those lasting changes. It's a free masterclass. It's brittanycarmichael.com/confidence. If you're struggling with your self-love and you want to take it to the next level, I invite you to watch the masterclass. So thank you so much for tuning in, guys. If you know a soul sister who would love this message, please tag them, share the video. I'm gonna catch up with your last comments. It's hard to not get distracted by the crap going on in the world. Hard to knock out the negative thoughts, low vibrations, fear, worry, and lack of jobs here in California. I totally understand, Amber. And that's why, honestly, I was having an emotional breakdown on Monday as I was crying about the destruction of the planet and the separation of the people and the community based on fear. And it just hurt my heart. I was just coaching one of my light worker coaches, and she was saying the same thing. She was like, I had a shit show yesterday, and it was about how we're treating the animals and this and that. I was like, we can't tell people that. People would think we're crazy, but I know if you're watching this video, you're probably like us little woo-woo hippie light workers who want to, you know, bring love and peace and harmony to the planet. And so I think you can understand that, like, us empaths feel the sadness and the fear. And so it's important for you to create better boundaries, to set up energetic protection and barriers and rituals every single day to shield your aura, to cleanse your aura, to call your energy back. If this sounds crazy, man, read a book, because Einstein already proved it. Like, we are made of energy and we have to know how to control it, manipulate it, and transform it, transmute it. We can't, our darkness doesn't dissolve. We just decide how we're going to embrace and accept both sides, the dark and the light of ourselves. But when we're resisting it, oh gosh, it's like, I just think of like when you're trying to put the same type of magnets together, it just like repels. But when you put those opposites and it immediately connects, and that's what we need to understand, is that we don't want to repel our darkness. We want to embrace it and say, where did you come from? I want to love you and understand you, not be afraid and let you run the rest of my life based on 1 or 2 or 3 experiences in the past. So, ooh, I think I'm gonna go back and watch this live, because I know I just channeled some crazy wisdom for y'all. I hope you're paying attention. I wanna know, what was your biggest takeaway and aha moment from today? Thank you guys so much for being here. Financial stress. If you have financial stress, honey, stop thinking negative thoughts about money. Read the book, Creating Money by Sanaya Roman. It's a very, very easy to understand, simple, amazing, energetic book on how you can change your thought process. There's actually steps and practices and visualizations that you can do where you imagine yourself as a magnet and you activate the things that you're passionate about and how you want to serve the planet, and then you attract to you how whatever money you need. Money likes movement and specificity. So if you need X amount of dollars for something, stop saying, I don't have money to go to college. Great, you're right. And you're gonna keep being right. But if you need $5,000 to enroll in beauty school, okay? I came from the trailer park. My parents had no money. I worked at Claire's making $6.50 an hour, and I started beauty school, called my dad and said, hey, can you pay for this? And he said, absolutely not. I didn't know what to do. I did the math. I didn't make enough money to pay for my beauty school, but you know what happened? I had a desire. So first you need to find, what are you passionate about that you can put out into the world? And once you figure that out, then you fucking take action. Okay, you say, I want to do hair. This was my story, so I'll share my story. I want to do hair. My parents don't have money. I don't have money, but I didn't use that story. I don't have money to go to beauty school. I didn't care. I just knew I'm going to beauty school and I don't know how I'm going to make it happen. And that's the kind of fire and drive that you're going to need to become this abundant magnet, like attractor, super attractor, right? Find your passion and then take action. Make those bold moves before you can even catch up to it, right? Like, I signed up for beauty school and didn't have enough money to pay for the next month, but you know what happened? I ended up attracting Chris into my life, who gave me this idea to start my own business, and I started advertising on MySpace while I was in beauty school. And I was able to then make enough money to afford me to go to school. And I didn't know how it was gonna come, but I just knew I found the thing that I was meant to do. And when you do that and you start taking action and you have trust, you start manifesting the right people, the right books, the right ideas, the new pieces of information that you need to keep up leveling and expanding on your path. The book is called Creating Money by Sanaya Roman. Love you, such a beauty. Thank you so much. I definitely want to visualize myself different. Yeah, well then check out the Confidence Masterclass and do the meditation and walk through the steps to rewrite those negative stories and recreate that image that you hold on yourself. Hello, Jody, it's so good to see you. We have all our British babes in the house. It's so good to see you guys. All right, any last questions for me before I hop off of here? This has been so much fun on Woo Wednesday. I love reminding you that you are here to shine. This message is saying, start small, change one little thing. One little thing. If that means putting lipstick on, if that means eliminating the chips in your pantry, like whatever it means in your life, one small thing and get the momentum going. Don't let fear hold you back anymore, honey. It is time to shine. It is time to release self-doubt, fear. If you're the one, here's the good news about self-doubt. You're the one doing it. So you're the one that can change that small thing. And then release the limiting labels that you're wearing. Stop calling yourself fat and this and that and stupid and not good enough and blah, 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 poor. I don't care. Stop using those negative labels. Give yourself empowering labels. Say, I am amazing. Remember, this is our time to make a difference. This is our time to shift the way that we think and operate here on the planet. And if you guys didn't one, I think a lot of you had a wake-up call last year, and two, if you're not realizing the potential for change, I may not love the way that we all collectively quickly change. In my own personal opinion, there's things that, you know, whatever, I'm not gonna get into the details, but what I will say is that look how fast we can do it. Look how fast the world shifted. Look how fast we came together and said, we need to do something different. We need to work together. And that is what I am taking from all of this. And I'm really excited to know that moving forward, we can implement change. We can be the voice. We can say we want things different. We can be the rebels that reform this planet. And I know that, I feel like I'm just standing here just like preaching to the clouds, but I hope that anyone listening that feels this way, like that you know deep in your soul that things have to change here, that it is possible, but it's only possible if you will do your part. And if there's a calling, if you have some kind of urge or nudge, it's like, I just need to do this thing, or I want to help kids, or I want to help animals, or I want to like work with plants, or whatever, like that thing that seems weird, but it's not like, oh, work 9 to 5, climb the corporate ladder, be a doctor, and the thing that culture has conditioned us to believe that is the only way that we can receive worthiness or contribution in this planet. Just want you to really be mindful about the energy that you bring to every moment, whether that's interacting with your children, or how you show up to be of service in the world, or just the way that you're thinking and feeling on a day-to-day basis. Hell yeah. Thank you, Britt. Amazing as always. I've got chills. Oh my gosh, I feel you. Okay, good. Preach. I feel like I was like screaming to the clouds. Like, I don't even, we are on the 4th floor. So all I can see is like the sky right now behind me, which is awesome. So I think that's how I can go into trance really easy. I don't look at the cameras. I'm looking at the clouds and the sky and just like letting all this wisdom come through. Thank you for sharing. Smiles here and now. Love your look. Your deck is so damn cute. Thank you so much. I am enough. Yes, you are. Okay, it's so good to see you. You're awesome. Love you. Hell yeah, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys being here. I never want to close these because I always love hanging out, but got some things to do to get ready for my Manifest Your Dreams Mastermind that's kicking off next week. So thank you for tuning in. I will catch you guys next week. And also, I'm going to finally record season 2 of The Elevated Life. So if you haven't tuned into our podcast on The Elevated Life, then now's the time to catch up on all of season 1, where we shared our story of how we got here, all the struggles and the crazy triumph, how we went to understanding that we're psychic and turning into, you know, turning our, like, I don't know, our life about us to being of service and showing up in the world. It's like kind of crazy how that whole journey unfolded. And not only do we share our story, but we also have awesome practical tips on how to elevate your life. So check that out. Season 2 coming soon. Going to record it now. Very excited. Let me know what topics you guys want us to cover, and I'll catch you guys later. Inspired by your work. Thank you. We love you. Oh my gosh, love you guys so much. Yay, new podcast, woohoo! I know, I've missed it, I've missed you guys. It's so good to be back, and I'll catch you guys next week. Peace. Bye.